2, 1. Let's go. What up? What up? What up? What up? Let me get a chance to roll up. So busy, so busy. Busy. Man, it's been a crazy couple of days.
Busting my bubble. They pop my balloon. And Johnson's gone. It shows you how much pull that Tom Brady has in this situation.
Yeah, I was about to say, man, all this.
He ain't got shit. He ain't got no pull. Okay. Or it ain't an enticing job. I know it ain't. I would have went to the Bears. Would have went to the Bears too, bro. I would have went to the Bears.
I don't know, bro. The way I'm looking at it right now, bro, it's like, whew, all right, get hard. Gonna be something very realistic. I don't know how the fuck we're gonna get through this show. I'm gonna be dead honest. It's gonna be one of those. I mean, I'm not like I'm flabbergasted, bro. I just don't get it. I don't get it. But we're gonna get into it, man. No big deal. It's like go. I don't know what's going on. It's weird.
Can't see myself.
Can't see yourself?
I need to see myself to make a point, bro.
You need to see yourself to make a point. You're so stupid. What up? What up, everybody? Welcome to RaiderNationLive. I'm your host, Lo. We got Coach Gravy in the building. What's up, man? Hopefully everyone's pulling in right now. People in, just letting everybody kind of walk up in here. Yeah. Yeah, if you guys haven't heard the news, if you guys haven't been around,
been under a rock somewhere.
Yeah, we I don't know. I mean, everybody that's pretty much here is fucking a Raiders fan, bro. You know, some people here and there, stuff like that. But yeah, you heard our what we thought was a sure lock by many, many people, many writers and insiders and done dealers and stuff like that. A bunch of different things. All these people saying this, that, and the third. Ben Johnson is not going to be the head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders. Our Las Vegas Raiders. He took the job that we have been arguing about, bro. We have been arguing about this one particular issue no matter what. And no matter what coach comes in or anything like that, is a fucking quarterback that we don't got. And yep. He went to a quarterback that's actually going to be able to pull something off because he just finished losing a fucking game of a system that pretty much kept him in it, the whole time, with his system, but with certain players and certain quarterbacks like Jared Goff to basically give the ball that much. He needs an elite quarterback, something that we've been talking about. And he took the better bait, as any good coach would. And so Ben Johnson's not going to be a part of the Raider Nation that everyone was hoping. I'm tripping out because everybody was so fucking enamored with this guy, saying that he was going to come and stuff like that. And even when I said something, you guys were like tripping on me, and I was just like, bro, but I don't know. He's not going to be a Raider no more. And Gravy just said it. First thing Gravy said was like, does Tom Brady really have a grip on the Raiders? I don't know. What do you think? This is just crazy to me, bro. I don't know what to think now. Because, I mean, I wasn't looking at no head coaches. I was like, all right, Ben Johnson, this guy's going to be the fucking dude. Everyone said this is the guy. He's fucking not the guy. I don't know.
We sucked into the media about, when I say we, I'm the whole Raider Nation was
all of it.
There was people there was people that I heard that were skeptical about Ben Johnson because
Right.
what it really boils down to is that these people pumped up Tom Brady and how much influence he has. But if Tom Brady wasn't with us, I don't even think this dude would have gave us the time for a virtual interview. You know, if he went and talked to him. But it just the situation. You got to look at the situation here. We think we have bomb ass situations, and we think we have bomb ass players. But realistically, it's not a really good job to take. You know what I mean? What's up, Gabe?
What up?
We don't have it's not enticing. The picks and the money is an enticing thing, but we don't have a quarterback. This dude is in a situation to where he has a quarterback. He has a better roster than what we have. You know what I mean? Now, but give or take a couple of players, you know, I don't know what he's gonna do there, but I do like Ben Johnson, and I'm rooting for him. You know, I do like his offense, but I just think the media pumped up Tom Brady. People know him; he's out there and about, and we sucked all that in and say, "Well, Tom Brady's making moves now because this dude come and be with us." But we don't know what Ben Johnson was thinking, bro. You know, we don't know what he was thinking. Can't hear me?
No, Gabe.
Oh,
Can't hear Gabe.
we don't know what Ben Johnson was thinking. What he just did him a favor and talked to people.
Hey, we do know what he's thinking. You see what he was thinking.
Yeah, we know. But right off the
that.
bat, you know, the first day he can have the opportunity. We see breaking news. He's going to go to the Bears. So maybe that was his thing the whole time. So, you know, I don't know if he used it for a stepping stone or whatever. It was virtual, so you know we didn't even bring him in. So his mind was made up.
Yeah,
his mind was made up. We didn't even get a chance. He didn't even check us out, bro. He didn't see the facilities, so he didn't. You know what I mean? Because that'll wow you, bro. Every coach knows the facilities that the Raiders have, so that's not going to be nothing new. You know what I mean? It's who you have on your roster that could make me successful. Because he would have came here and he wouldn't have been successful real quick.
Right.
And that's what he wants to do. He wants to do that. So,
but what have he? Look it. I mean, who wouldn't want to go to the Chicago Bears? Even people were sitting there saying like, "Oh, Bears would be the worst place for him to go." I would say like, dude, if I'm the number one guy, there's a team right there that got a number one draft pick that can play. You know what I'm saying? Got a decent like. I'm gonna go over here to Aiden O'Connell and Gardner Minshew that we're already talking about cutting. I mean, yeah, Tom Brady's a good fucking hookup and shit like that, but what the fuck is that? No, I got to make a legacy for myself. And people were saying that like this guy was like, oh wow, he'll never do that to the Detroit Lions being in the same league. He don't give a fuck. He's trying to win, bro. Like what the fuck? Like you know what I'm saying? I mean,
you know what, bro?
Yeah, so.
I was ready to say that this dude don't give a shit about Andy Reid and you know Harbaugh. Maybe he does, bro. Maybe that. You know, I wouldn't want to do that shit.
Yeah,
that's a wrecking ball crew right there in your division that you're gonna have to great bright minds that you have to deal with if you're coming in as a new young head coach. You admire these dudes and their philosophies, and you got to coach against them. I don't know, man. That could be intimidating too. But if you can say, I don't give a fuck, I'm gonna do my thing and see if it works.
Well, he did it either way, so
I know for what. Let me say this, Gabe. I know for one thing, though, if our second choice is that Pete Carroll, I know Pete Carroll don't give a rat's ass about none of them coaches. I know for a fact because he beat them and he's beaten all of them. He's beaten all those guys, and he knows how. Yeah. I'm sorry, Gabe. No,
you're good. No, it's true though. That is a good point. You know, I mean, Pete Carroll has done it. I mean, the only thing I like I've said before, like with Pete Carroll, I was all in on the Ben Johnson train too. But it's just the thing is, I've always said to Pete Carroll. The thing with Pete Carroll is like it's not disrespecting, but he is old. He is coming off of retirement. He is, like this and that. So how many years does he come? Can he? I think that the thing was with him is that like if we hire like a Pete Carroll, he's going to have to find a successor soon. I think within his coaching staff, because I don't think he has that many years left, regardless. You know what I mean? So that's the reason why with the Pete Carroll thing. That's the only reason with me. I know. pretty much everybody is in that situation with us in our division because Andy Reid don't have that much longer either. Who knows? Sean Payton has come back from retirement, and he looks like he probably will stick around a little bit longer. But what's his name has health issues too, and Harbaugh, so you don't know how long he'll be around too. So it's like I get it, but it's just I think, to be honest though, the Ben Johnson situation, I think us as fans kind of hyped it up more because, like, I think I see somebody right there. Ben Johnson has been interested in the Chicago job since last year. He only took the interview because of the Brady thing, and I think that he would that like it was going to be a long shot since the first place anyway. Just for him, just with that news, we should have took that into consideration when we first heard it. But I think we got too excited with, oh damn, he got an interview when he didn't have an interview. You know what I mean? And I just think that he took that interview like to see maybe, but I think it was a long shot since the beginning anyway. We as fans, I think we hyped ourselves up more than what I think the actual like possibility of actually landing him, because he was interested in the peak in the Bears job long before the Raiders, because he was never really interested in the Raiders job. Remember, he like Tom Brady had to reach out to him to take the interview. You know what I mean? So it's like I just think we probably hyped us as fans, as a fan base, probably did more to that, which we've been accustomed to that, where we hype ourselves up for a letdown. You know what I mean? We just put ourselves up for the letdown, and it's that's why I was still even before the Ben Johnson thing. Like, even though I was all in, there's still candidates out there. You know what I mean? There's still like Munkin. There's still, you know what I mean, the Pete Carroll, obviously. You know what I mean? There's still like there's just other candidates. Like, you still have to figure out what they're gonna do with maybe this week. You know what I mean? This is the end of the Cinderella story. But what happens with Kingsbury? Does he get looks? You know what I mean? There's still plenty, I think, of candidates out there. I just think that us as a fan base put our eggs in one basket too soon, which I'm not mad at, but like I think that the organization probably right now, hopefully they have a different plan B, as they say, or hopefully that wasn't even their plan A. Hopefully that was just like a Hail Mary type of shot to try to get him, because it was never serious. You know what I mean? But who knows, man? We'll see.
You're muted, Lo.
I kind of said it on Sunday, and I felt like everyone was kind of against me, because I was kind of like, man, shit, there ain't nothing in writing yet.
Yeah, for sure.
Ain't nothing in writing yet. Like, you know what I mean? But like, no, but everyone was like talking like, oh, he's already here. Like, we just got to figure out who our GM is. No, Gravy, the chat.
I wasn't saying the dude was locked in. I said if we get this dude, this will happen.
But a lot of people kind of just like were like, I'm not knocking it, because shit, we all want the best. We all want the Raiders organization, us as fans, we want the best motherfucker that's out there. You know, on some real shit. And if you look at his background, bro, he earned his spot. He earned the spot to go wherever. It's just fucking timing. Sometimes timing just works out. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm not even really tripping, but it's like, I was just saying, it's like, we didn't have them in, right? And that's all I was trying to prepare motherfuckers for, because it's not a for sure thing until it's a for sure thing. And now we're looking at secondary dudes that, you know what I mean, talking about Cohen, and the Cohen's taking interviews with Tennessee, Jacksonville, like all these different guys are going different places. A lot of people don't, even though it sounds enticing. I mean, Max Crosby, but they ain't got no quarterback.
There's a lot of dudes that are just like Ben Johnson that are great offensive minds. But
he wasn't, but not the number one spot though.
But he just got. He had a great season, dude. He scores 35 points a game. You know, Tampa Bay doesn't do that. The Texans don't do that. But he gets all the credit for that offensive manpower. You know what I mean? He gets the credit for that, and he should.
Well, but it takes an organization, bro. Like overall, when it comes down to it, it takes an organization. It really, really does.
Well, their organization has only been good for what, 3 years? They were a shit show for 40 or 30 something years, bro.
Well,
they don't deserve. Right now, Detroit deserves credit, but they're in the mix of being one of the most shittiest franchises in fucking NFL.
Yeah.
How big of a
They're just-
disappointment though was this year as being a number 1 seed and losing in the first game?
Yes,
though?
exactly.
Yeah.
It goes back to Detroit, bro. You never won shit. You never been in shit. You get the opportunity to do it. You're talking about your coach. You know, he changed the coach of the year and all this bullshit. And then you have the best offensive coordinator. You have the best defensive coordinator, like everybody's
And he
saying.
built it.
Everybody's jumping on these guys' wagon. Then you get upset at home, actually waxed at home. The second, fourth quarter comeback, but you know, but to a rookie quarterback, and one of the best offensive minds, and it was him. It wasn't his running game. It wasn't none of that. It was him and Kingsbury and their defense that beat that overwhelming favorite Detroit. So go back to the little shithole you used to be in. You know, that's what Detroit can do. And you're gonna lose your coordinators. So get ready to get back in that slime that you were back in before. Because then we're gonna really see how your head coach is. If you really got a backup plan. We're just starting that, bro. And just the opportunity to interview these great guys, you know, and you know, Monken is an offensive coordinator that's known and all that stuff, but
yeah, but he ain't taking no positions.
He'll be an offensive coordinator. I wouldn't want him as a head coach. The dude doesn't have any He doesn't have any personality. You might as well just have another Josh McDaniels in there, dude. He's not going to be nothing like that.
Like Josh McDaniels got rehired, huh?
Yeah. Breaking news: if nobody knows right now, Josh McDaniels got hired as the offensive coordinator of
watch him have the best.
Little bitch alert.
Because he got a quarterback. They think they got a quarterback.
Shit, now with that motherfucker, nope.
You could end up messing him up, man. You could end up messing him up with if he don't change his ways, the way his coaching style. I'm not talking about scheme wise or anything like that. I'm talking about his coaching style, as in if you don't get with this time, like these times, like I don't know if he might end up ruining fucking May if he don't end up doing that, because I don't think that, like, regardless of back in New England or not, that's not Brady, you know what I mean? So it's like it's going to be a different story if you don't change his ways with his way or the highway type shit, you know what I mean?
He needs to be patient. He needs to be patient with this young kid. You know.
But fuck them. Fuck McDaniels. I mean, I'm sorry. I feel sorry for May, but I hope he fucking falls flat on his fucking face again.
Nah, on some real shit. Hopefully Ben Johnson does some shit with Caleb Williams. I like Caleb Williams as a fucking football player, bro. I think if he has a good fucking team, I'm not hating on nobody that's good, bro. Like, I think he's good. I think he just needs to tighten up a little bit. But I mean, you know, Bears, fuck it, bro. Like, they're not in our fucking division. We don't have to play them, I don't think. So I'm not really tripping on him. So good luck to him. Hopefully he beats everybody on that fucking. Hopefully he goes and beats the Lions, and you know,
he's gonna go beat the Lions next year, bro.
Yep, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean that's gonna be like he's going to have the insights, right? Like on all of that shit. So
you're
gonna have golf. You know, he's been coaching golf and shit like that, but still going to be it's still gonna need a big turnaround, because like there was some people who, you know, are kind of saying like that. I'm not one of them, but you know, that Caleb. We'll see if Ben Johnson can do something with him, because a lot of people are calling, you know, Caleb a bust. I mean, that's way too fucking premature to say anything, I think, with him. You know what I mean? But and offensive line was, you know, he was the most sacked quarterback, I think, in the league last year by far. So like, but it's still going to see if Caleb is that guy. You know what I mean?
We winning then, Kev. We winning. Oh, Chicago does come next year to Vegas.
Do they?
I guess so. Hey.
I thought we played the NFC East.
How much do we consider
Dallas, Philly, and
Detroit? We played that. No, we played Dallas. Yeah, we played Dallas.
Chicago's in the division.
If we hire Pete Carroll, do we go and look at because he is a free agent? I know he says he likes being in Pittsburgh, but do we go out and look at Russell Wilson? If we get Pete Carroll?
Oh, yo! Oh my God!
They didn't leave on good terms. From what
that would be a Raider fucking move.
That they don't. They didn't leave on good terms when he
If
traded.
that, listen, I'm sorry to say it. I love the fucking Raiders, bro. If that fucking happens, I probably won't watch a game this season, bro. There's no.
Why don't you get the better athlete and go get Justin Fields, bro?
Carroll, if he comes, bro, like on some real shit. If he, bro, I'm cool. All right, I'll be able to do it, bro. But Wilson, no, dude, no, fuck no. Double fuck
get
no.
Russell, get
double fudge
get
fuck no.
Get Justin Fields, bro. That's the quarterback you need to get is Justin Fields.
Bears in 25-26. Oh, fuck it, bro. Oh well, they're playing them.
I still think that's still way
to beat their ass. Hey,
we still have to hire a coach first, regardless. That's why I like if we hire Spytek, maybe he talks some sense to him. Maybe he gets the connection with him, and like I wouldn't mind because the connection is you know that they've already like if that's the way that they go, then you know that they might have a good connection because if they bring them both together, I wouldn't mind that Liam Cohen and Spytek if they bring them together. You know what I mean? If they bring them Liam Cohen and Spytek because they're both from the same organization, and you see what they've done with the offense over there. You know what I mean? Liam Cohen is a McVay pupil. You know what I mean? He was part of that coaching staff with McVay. I mean, Liam Cohen has had this last year. You know, Baker Mayfield had his most productive year ever. You know what I mean? Over 40 touchdowns. I mean, just below Joe Burrow and Lamar Jackson, bro. So it's like that offense went. You know what I mean? That offense can go. You know what I mean over there. So, I mean, if you're looking at that type of candidate, like if you're something similar to like a Ben Johnson, I think Liam Cohen's on that level. It's just that he didn't get all the notoriety because the Detroit's number one team. You know, Detroit's the number one team, so they were gonna get that thing because I think the number 2 scoring offense was the Buccaneers, if I'm not mistaken, right behind Detroit. You know what I mean? So it's like they're not that far off, especially when they don't have, I think, the same. I would say, I don't know, man. I just think that he might be on the little notch less, but I would like that connection if we were to able to probably hire that duo right there. That's
probably wagging.
So these are the list by head coaches that are left that are in talks right now or considered NFL ready, I guess you would say. Shout out Sean. Would be sending me stuff. So right now, head coaches left is going to be Pete Carroll, Liam Cohen, Todd Monken, Joe Brady, Bobby Slowick, Brian Flores, Aaron Glenn, Robert Sahi, whatever, is that what his name is? Sahi, whatever. Sahi or whatever. Mike McCarthy.
Robert Salah.
Huh?
Robert Salah.
Okay, Salah.
Yeah.
All right, and then Kellen Moore, Stephen Spagnuolo, Ron Rivera, and Vance Joseph. Those are the head coaches that could possibly do anything. Now, is there any way we can be looking at a college coach by chance? Just for argument's sake.
I would. No.
Huh?
I would.
Deion Sanders?
I was about to say that, but
top. I would look at these top coaches, you know, that are coordinators, you know, the offensive minds. But coordinator-wise, you know, I love Joe Brady.
Mm-hmm.
But head coach-wise, if now if you're gonna be sure to you know, a lot of people are saying that AP brought the culture back in Raiders football. I go, on the intern basis, when he was on the intern, yes. But we led the league in penalties. We didn't get no turnovers, and then you know we led the league in penalty yards. Crucial situations we messed up, so we led the league in everything bad again for the 15th year in a row, and I think somebody that could clean that up, which we need to do first, is a guy like Carroll. And he has relationships with so many people probably that he knows these guys are going to be good, way better than what we brought in.
Did you hear the report that Pete Carroll might, if Pete Carroll gets hired, there's a possibility of him bringing in Salah as the defensive coordinator?
I wouldn't mind those.
I wouldn't doubt it. Who wouldn't want to work for Pete Carroll, bro? You know, who
I mean,
when have you heard a bad thing? When have you heard a bad thing? Even at USC, bro. Even at USC, I've never heard anything bad about Pete Carroll.
See, I don't mind that. I don't mind that. Like, I like that duo. I like Pete Carroll and Salah, but I think the most important thing is still the thing missing. You know what I mean? Who are they going to bring in as offensive coordinator if those two guys?
There's a lot of them. You know, I don't think Ian Cohen. He's head coach material. I think Joe Brady is head coach material. But if you kick him down a little bit more money and entice him with all these picks, and say, hey, we're going to get a receiver for you, we're going to get a quarterback for you, and then that might be enticing for Joe Brady or one of these coordinators to come to the Raiders and have our offensive chain. So that's what I'm thinking now. I'm not thinking about, you know, that dude was gone and the opportunity was there, but he chose, and I was hyped with him. But I wonder why it's not a lost cause, bro.
I wonder why Cliff hasn't got too much like noise, but
well, see, that's what I was gonna ask too, because everyone, the shout out Raider Alex, bro, he's saying going after Monken and Cliff
He's playing right now, Gabe. You're not hearing much because he can't do nothing.
Yeah, but I mean,
you heard the noise like prior to like the Buccaneers getting like eliminated. You heard the Liam Cohen name. Prior to the Vikings getting eliminated, you heard Brian Flores. You heard Ben Johnson before the Lions got eliminated. You haven't heard nothing about Kingsbury. You know what I mean? So it's like that's the like. But I think that does change a lot though, like because of how far the Commanders have gone now. Now I think they really do take a good look at that. You know what I mean? I think teams that are still needing a head coach should definitely be taking another look at that right now. Like especially after last week beating the Lions over there. You know what I mean? At Detroit.
That was impressive, bro.
Almost up, bro. Should we win just like you, dog?
They could have scored 50 on them, bro. They could have dropped 50 on the Lions if they wanted to.
And he has prior head coaching experience. I know he didn't it wasn't the greatest experience, but he has prior experience. Like I get like that, like if a coach does that and then he goes on and like he's still mediocre, whatever, like because he gets demoted. But I think he's made the best out of this opportunity especially last year. Does he? I don't know. Does he even feel comfortable in taking any head coaching positions? Maybe that's why there's no fucking noise yet, because you never know what's going on behind the scenes. Maybe they have requested, but it's maybe he's not looking to be a head coach yet. You know what I mean? Maybe he still wants to be an offensive coordinator for the time being. But I don't know. You know what I mean? Because that's exactly what what's his name did last year. Ben Johnson had a choice to be a head coach last year, but he said he was going to run it back with Detroit one more year, and it didn't hurt him any because he was still the first coach hired basically after he got eliminated. You know what I mean? So you see that that doesn't hurt their chances if they go. Obviously, he would have to, Jaden Daniels would have to put some similar numbers up, but I think right now we still have to see if Kingsbury's even wants to take that opportunity, or maybe he likes working with fucking Quinn and Jaden.
So this is a good question. Everyone's saying different things and stuff like that. Brian Flores apparently had a bad pass with Brady. All right. But Vincent, shout out Vincent, bro. Shout out everybody in the fucking chat, man. We have like 65 people with that like button. Anyways, Vincent, this is a good fucking question. And this is something that we got to really, really look at. Who do we get first? A GM or a head coach?
Well,
if it was for me, I'll go GM. And then let the GM figure it out.
I thought it was going to be the head coach, but right now, with the head coaching, like the shit with Ben Johnson, I mean, still could very well be Pete Carroll if that all that noise is true. You know what I mean? That Pete Carroll is the leading candidate again, but it looks like maybe. I mean, they brought in Spy Tech again for the second interview too. You know what I mean? So it could be close to maybe GM first too. I think it might be GM first. Like now that Ben Johnson's probably gone off the table.
So I mean, you look at. I'm gonna go GM, and if we go Spy Tech. It would make sense. And then, you know what I mean? That will take us off the fucking table of how is Tom Brady involved and so forth and so forth. That'll just take a lot of shit off, because if you really look at what Spy Tech was, he was there when Brady won the Super Bowl, right?
Yep. He's the one that I guess said that he talked Brady in, like kind of helped talk Brady into going to Tampa Bay, and they were college roommates and all of that shit. So all of that story.
So even regardless of whatever, you're gonna hook up whoever, but this guy's earned his spot. He's earned a Super Bowl fucking spot. You know what I'm saying? So regardless of whatever, he's earned his spot as being a GM. I keep saying earn his fucking spot. My bad. But I mean, it's the truth. So just hire the GM and then let the GM decide on who he wants to go with. You might want to bring in an OC, like a Leftwich or whatever, or not, or maybe give him a shot as a head coach. I don't know. I was gonna say bring Telesco back too, Doc. Well, I was gonna say bring Telesco back. Bring Mayock. We're gonna bring Carr back. We're gonna fucking go. Who else?
Mayock. He said Mayock.
I think we'll bring Mayock back, bro. Fuck it.
Like Mayock. Fuck it.
Nah, but regardless of
we should have Adam Schefter. We should have Adam Schefter as GM.
There you go. He has all the insiders.
Looked like he was like kind of like not hating, but like he looked like he was like he wouldn't want to be fucking part of anything Raiders right now either.
Yeah.
Every time he was talking about the Ben Johnson situation, it looked like he didn't he didn't say nothing specifically, but it just like he was like,
let's go.
He was the one that I listened to, Gabe. He was saying
he's still throwing shade, like
He's like said, don't think that Ben Johnson, this is his soul locked in, because it's not. He probably knew about the Bears. He probably knew about the Bears already too.
Well, no, that was a big. Well, that was nothing new with the Bears. You know what I mean? Because he, like I said, he's been interested in that job. I just think that now looking back on it, obviously you get excited because damn, he didn't want the interview and he took the interview with Brady. You know what I mean? But then if you call it for what actually is, he actually was never really interested. He probably only took the interview as a fucking
Downing
favor, as a favor to Brady, basically. You know what I mean? Like,
you don't want no beef. You don't want
you know what I mean? It's just like that's what I think. That's what more of it what it was. You know what I mean? So it's like that's why I say I think us as a fan base probably hyped it up more than it was actually possible.
Yeah, it's just pretty bad. I'm not gonna listen. I'm not gonna sugarcoat this shit, bro. I'm looking at this situation, bro, and I'm telling everybody right now, there's fucking 60 people plus you guys, bro. Like, I don't see where the fuck this is going. I have no fucking clue. Like this, like looking at the boards, we're going to fucking Pete Carroll, bro. That's what. I'm not even.
What's wrong with that,
bro?
What's wrong with that?
It just I don't see it.
He don't look good to you. He don't look good to you on the sideline.
Liam Cohen, I don't even know what the fuck that is.
No, he's good. No, I thought the same thing too.
I feel like that.
I swear the first time I heard Liam Cohen's name too, I said the same shit. But looking deeper into him, like when now how he changed, remember Baker Mayfield was from team to team to team before he got to the Buccaneers. He also, you know what I mean? He also was there with Brady. You know what I mean? He also, when Brady was supposedly done in New England. You know what I mean? So, and then also like you see that you see that he's from the McVay tree. You know what I mean? And to be honest, I think McVay is probably the best offensive mind we have in the game today. I think him and Andy Reid are probably the best offensive minds we have in the game today. But like that's why I say like Liam Cohen looking more into him, I thought the same shit to him. I was like, who the fuck? Because that was the first name that came up when the season was over. Like Liam Cohen was the leading candidate and all this shit. Mm-hmm. And I was like, who the fuck is this guy? Yeah. But when you look at more into him, he doesn't have the. I don't think he has the. He doesn't have the experience, which that's a big thing when you look at the tail of the tape. Say with him and Pete Carroll. But as far as like offensive minded and stuff like that, Liam Cohen's really good. I think like just looking more into him, he is really good. I mean, he's just not a familiar name. That's what it is. But some of these guys, they ain't ever until they are, you know what I mean? Like a LaFleur, you know what I mean? Nobody really knew LaFleur before, you know what I mean? Like now you look back at that coaching staff with McVay, LaFleur and Shanahan and all of that shit. They're all, you know what I mean? A lot of people are trying to get their hands on those type of coaching trees, either a Shanahan's coaching, somebody from Shanahan's coaching tree, LaFleur's, or like, you know what I mean? Or from a McVay, you know what I mean? So it's like, I wouldn't probably be the. I wouldn't just say that Liam Cohen's that like trash. I would just want to say Liam Cohen's a trash candidate. That's all.
No. And I was just saying, look, I didn't mean it like, these guys didn't earn their positions, bro. I'm not saying nothing like that. You know what I mean? It just because I wasn't really looking at it because I was over here thinking like, damn, we're going to have AP for another year. We're going to rock this shit and we're running through it, right? And that's what I was thinking about. So I wasn't looking in the future. You know what I'm saying? So now we're looking at all these guys and everyone's sitting there. Yeah, this guy fucking, Ben Johnson. And you look at his shit. I'm like, all right, cool. This is where we're going. This is what it looks like. You know what I'm saying? But then now we're at the point and it threw me off because this guy doesn't like this guy or this guy doesn't work with this guy. And then like we're sitting here thinking that it was already going to fucking work. And we look at it and it doesn't fucking work. What we were looking at didn't happen. And I kind of called it a little bit, but now we're looking at guys that I have to start looking into or just to actually have something to argue with. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just like, fuck, we went from AP and then, we're going to go through it and go through the motions. You know what I'm saying? Now we're locked on Ben Johnson. Now we're in a fucking limbo again with no GM, no nothing. And so that's what I'm saying. It's like, and everyone's saying, well, we should get the coach before this. Like, well, that was just a question that just came up. But we have to ask a real fucking question. Which way are we going? So Spytech is going to be been taught right to run a fucking facility and, the whole fucking organization and come in and see that they got to do all this work, then that's going to be negotiations and all kinds of shit. So if it's going to fucking work, it's going to start from the top down. Everyone's been saying that. So now we're coming to a point to where we're having to bring in a 73-year-old fucking coach. And I'm not knocking. Listen. I'm not knocking age, but man, he is a little bit older, and that's actually. I'm sorry. That motherfucker's a lot older. I ain't even gonna fucking lie. And it just sucks that now we go from the number one guy that the Raiders went from this, that, and third. Even though we lost the number one draft pick, whatever, because of what we won. You know what I'm saying? And then we're like, all right, we're gonna get the number one guy. Now we're gonna settle for fucking Mike McCarthy. God willing, that doesn't happen. I'm just saying.
That's what you're saying with your.
I am not saying Mike McCarthy.
That is your opinion.
No, I just picked the name.
It ain't the Raiders. I know. I'm thinking that what you're saying is out the whack, bro.
I'm not.
What's wrong?
I'm just saying. Look, I just picked the name. See, no. You're taking it out of context. You're taking it out of context.
No.
I just said a name. What's
wrong with Pete Carroll?
I'm not saying nothing's wrong with him, but like,
how
the fuck we go from the number one guy on
he was the number one guy that was interested in the Raiders. Now we're interested in Pete Carroll too. It was the same thing.
What the reports are saying, he hasn't even picked.
Well, why are you reading the reports? Make your own decision. Because you know bullshit. Because you're reading bullshit, bro.
Pete Carroll, when did Pete Carroll actually make this decision? I think it was made so late that nobody even expected Pete Carroll to be a candidate. You know what I mean? Like, he made the decision, 1 week or 2 weeks before the season ended, where he said that he might want to come back to coaching.
Football, he's an assistant for Seattle.
So we went from a number one guy to a might want to come back in.
What I mean is, I think that the news around Pete Carroll hasn't been so big, because I think if Pete Carroll would have said that he would have retired last year and said, I'm going to take a year off and come back to coaching, he probably would have been the number one candidate this year.
Okay, yeah, but
you know what I mean? But what I mean is, I think that's why he wasn't the top candidates or listed as one of the top candidates, because basically when he entered the chat of who's going to get hired this offseason, he wasn't even in the discussion. You know what I mean? It was always Ben Johnson, who was he might be hired for this job. It was always like this guy from this offensive coordinator from this team, or Mike Vrabel or something like that. You know what I mean? It was always that guy, which I think that's why when Pete Carroll got in, at the end of the day, I think we talked same shit. I think about what's his name, Sean Payton, when he went to when he came back to the Broncos. You know what I mean? And you see, that's obviously it still needs longevity, but they made it to the playoffs this year. You know what I mean? And you see, he's a proven winner. You know what I mean? That's one thing
No,
you can't say about him. I just think that maybe if he would have took a leave of absence like other coaches do, like sometimes that he didn't get hired last year, so he said he was going to take a year off. He probably would have been one of the top candidates this offseason.
He didn't retire. He was in Seattle's organization.
Whatever.
He was doing something else in Seattle organization. He didn't retire from football. He wasn't sitting on no damn couch. He was there at Seattle.
Okay, let me get this shit straight. Pete Carroll is a fucking Pete Carroll is a Hall of Famer. I am not taking nothing away from Seattle Seahawks and what they did, how they built that team, but how long ago was that? Can anybody tell me?
You're talking shit on
Just answer the question. I'm not talking shit about him, bro.
You rather go with AP's? You rather go with AP's bullshit?
No,
shitty ass coach than Pete Carroll?
That's not what I said. That's not what I
said.
That
you said
I
you
wasn't.
Said you would go with AP another year.
Gravy. Check this out. What I said was, I wasn't even looking at coaches because I thought we were going to go and stick with AP. Listen,
why? We would have been more dysfunctional than we are now.
But Gravy, we've already passed that. And I'm like, let me just finish saying what I'm saying. Like, look, Pete Carroll's a great coach. I'm not taking nothing away from him. All right. But when you look at it, he is a little bit older. He's seasoned. He's very seasoned, bro. All right. Now, if he wants to come back, cool. And if he's like in the fucking building talking to fucking Brady, confirm that he is coming back or something to that effect, cool. He says he's thinking about it. That's the biggest thing. And we're getting pumped up over a guy that could possibly hasn't even taken it. We're taking interviews from everybody, but we haven't even got an interview with this guy. So we're sitting back talking about Pete Carroll that might come to the fucking Raiders. I don't want to do that.
He interviewed already.
Who?
Pete Carroll.
Pete Carroll's interviewed the Raiders job already.
With us. When?
And he's going to do the second. He's going to get a second interview.
Like he interviewed on last Monday, I think, or something like that.
Okay.
Oh, no. He interviewed last week. He interviewed last week when the other guys were interviewed. Yeah, when the other guys were interviewing, like he interviewed that, like when they brought in all kinds of like, I guess candidates. Pete Carroll for sure was one of the guys.
I haven't seen or anything and read anything about Pete Carroll fucking coming into the Raiders facility or fucking coming in to do that, bro. For real.
Well, you got two people telling you right here that it happened.
That's probably maybe not in the building, but most likely it was like the other interview. It was probably like the other interview, like a Zoom interview, which maybe the second one is in person. Maybe the second interview will be in person, which you haven't heard of many guys actually being in the building. I think most of them, I don't like that. I think has been attached to any of the reports. You know what I mean? Like if they've been in the building or not. Like maybe if we look into it a little bit more, maybe it'll say if it was a Zoom or not. But I think it's just Pete Carroll for sure. I think interview.
We did something to get his attention. We did something to get that rumor rolling.
Nah,
so
I thought I my bad. Like shit, I'll admit when I'm fucking wrong. I didn't think he fucking even interviewed.
No, he got. I
thought I just heard that he was interviewing, bro.
So our genius owner, number 2, obviously thinks highly of Pete Carroll too.
Oh, then let him do it. New headquarters, okay. Well, there you go. Well, then I'm stupid.
That's one of the main reasons.
Johnson,
I think that's one of the main reasons why he's one of the leading candidates, because his interview did go that long. I guess because I mean, if that's like what Sean is saying right there, that he spent pretty much all Monday there. Like, I mean, a lot of interviews that like that's why I keep referring back to the Ben Johnson. It was a I think we pumped it up more because you see Pete Carroll was actually in the building. Like Ben Johnson always was a fucking Zoom anyway, a Zoom interview. You know what I mean? Ben Johnson was always a Zoom interview. He was never in the. Obviously, he was still in the playoffs, so that's the only interview he could have taken at the time. But he never was like even the day after they got it eliminated. You seen how real interested he was, and you seen what team he was really interested. He didn't even let a day go by before making his decision. He didn't even take any in-person interviews with any other team, like because there was also interest supposedly with the Jaguars and the Raiders. You know what I mean? And it was between a 3-team race between those 3 teams, which is the Bears, Raiders, and Jaguars, which he didn't even take any in-person interviews. You know what I mean? He was, I think he had his mind made up. That's why the Zoom, like now looking back on it in hindsight, you see how that probably wasn't even it was a favor interview at the end of the day.
Yeah, well, I feel stupid because this motherfucker actually did get interviewed. I really didn't think he got a fucking interview, but still, though, it still doesn't negate the fucking fact of how I feel about it. I just think that it's like
I don't think you ever go.
I will say this though.
He got fired.
He is your youngest 73-year-old coach that's gonna be, because he probably in our division. In our division, he's probably going to be the most healthiest.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with him.
I swear to God, bro. Like, because Sean Payton has had his health scares. Right? Sean Payton, that's why he retired. He had his health scares. John Harbaugh has had his health scares. Fucking Andy Reid, bro, is like, you can tell he's not. I mean, he's had his health scares as well. You know what I mean? So it's like, if anything, Pete is probably youngest in fucking actually like active, bro. Like out of all those fucking 4 coaches.
Yeah, I just think personally, bro, we're fucking doing the same shit. I think your butt hurt. We're doing this. We're doing the normal Raider shit. We're doing the normal Raider shit. We're supposed to be transcending to the next step, and then we're gonna get Pete Carroll.
Coach winning. We haven't got a Super Bowl.
You can't handle AP getting fired. That's what it is, bro.
Usually it's like hiring an ex-football great, like ex-Raider great, like Art Shao or somebody like that. Like,
but it's still gonna be okay.
What I mean is, like, this time you're at least hiring a coach that's been to the Super Bowl twice, has won multiple national championships. No, been to the Super Bowl 3 times, because once as a defensive coordinator. No, I think if it was for the Patriots, that first Super Bowl, when they lost that first Super Bowl when they long time ago they lost the Super Bowl, right?
Doesn't he have Super Bowls with Parcells too? Because he was Parcells. He was with Parcells too.
So he has multiple like Super Bowl appearances as defensive coordinator, head coach, as a head coach, has multiple national championships, bro. And like, I don't know, man. Pete Carroll ain't nothing to sneeze at, I would say, bro. I would just say, like, if anybody's gonna probably, I don't know, man. I think we talked about.
Rich,
I think a lot of people that were complaining about AP were complaining about his experience, and now we got somebody with probably the most experience that we could probably possibly hire. And he's like,
what up, bro?
He's never been a guy that you could say he's aged out of the game either. You know what I mean? Like, he wanted to go the passing route, which supposedly that's the NFL now. When he did it, I know that's his biggest thing, not giving it to fucking Marshawn Lynch on at the goal line. But I just don't think that it's like I think Pete Carroll is probably not a guy that's aged himself out of the game. But there is some guys that I think it is going to be important who he brings in as offensive coordinator for sure.
So Andy Reid is the oldest head coach in the NFL. Oldest head coach. I know there's probably the older coaches. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's probably, what's that?
How old is Andy Reid?
66.
66.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man, he looks like he's 80.
Nah, he's just a big dude.
Oh, he moves around like he's 80.
Rich, whatever. Yeah, he does move like kind of like, you know.
Damn, diabetes away, man. He's a donut away of falling out on the damn football field.
I'm telling you, all 3 of those coaches have missed games because of health scares. Of like,
he's 73, dog.
What's his name? John Harbaugh's getting a pacemaker.
Wait a minute. Well, quick question. What's retirement in California? What's retirement, like 75?
65.
65? Oh shit.
Yeah, but like,
this motherfucker's taking
bro.
Harbaugh,
it's damn better than what we had, bro. Pete Carroll was way better than what we had.
But like if you're talking about like if you're worried about maybe health, I think you should be worried about the other three coaches in our division. Probably first at Pete Carroll, just because wasn't even getting a pacemaker implanted this offseason. Jim Harbaugh, Sean Payton has retired because of his health scares, and what's his name? Andy Reid has been doing the same shit. You know what I mean? So it's like I wouldn't say that would be the thing to look at and say that's why we shouldn't hire Pete Carroll. If maybe there was a better. If it came down to Ben Johnson and hiring him and Ben Johnson, maybe I would go with Ben Johnson because he's maybe the wave, but that's not possible no more. You know what I mean? So I think the next best possible thing would probably be Pete Carroll at this point.
You never know, guys. Maybe the Raiders are hearing
taking the Jets job. Crazy.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, I think that was already kind of
Ian's looking at Jacksonville. You know, maybe Ian's just stuck on Jacksonville. He like that. And then they just stay away from him, bro. You ain't gonna sit there and beg.
I mean, doesn't have to move far. Liam Cohen.
I want my team over there begging for a coach. We can get somebody that wants to be here, bro. Pete Carroll wants to be here. Change this.
The good thing right there, that's another head coach job filled. You know what I mean? And that's not a guy that we were looking at anyway. So Aaron Glenn just signed. Cool. That's another head coaching job filled. It's not somebody that we needed to hire. All right, cool. But I think now it's gonna get down to like if who the Jaguars hire, you know what I mean? And then that basically one of these coaches, if they really want to be a head coach, they're going to have to fucking, you know what I mean? That's what are the only coaching jobs left? The Raiders, right?
I think.
Oh no, the Cowboys too, right?
Yeah.
The Cowboys job still hasn't been filled. Yeah, the Cowboys job still.
All right, so this is the list of the Cowboys. I'll tell you right now. Hold up. So the list is going to be the Jets, but Glenn is going there apparently. Jacksonville, New Orleans, Dallas, and Vegas.
Yeah. New Orleans, I think that's the one that they keep saying, which like it has like the same feel like the Aaron Glenn, because Aaron Glenn has always been like kind of like pointed at the Jets, and you see today he got hired by the Jets.
Exactly.
I think Joe Brady's always been attached to the Saints. The Joe Brady name has always been attached. I think Joe Brady will get hired by the Saints as soon as that. Like if the Bills lose this weekend or after the Super Bowl, I think that's why you haven't really heard the Saints of bringing really anybody in or anything. You know what I mean? You haven't really heard any like coaching search from the Saints or anything like that. But I think that's the name that's been attached.
Keep the same McCarthy or Ford?
LSU. He was at LSU. Remember, he came from LSU. Joe Brady was the offensive coordinator with Joe Burrow at LSU, and I think he has ties down there at Louisiana. So I think that's the reason why they tie him to the Saints.
Kellen Moore in Dallas.
Joe Brady and Derek Carr.
Wow, not Derek Carr. What's his name? No, Spencer Rattler. No.
Does Derek?
He has a contract there. Remember, he had 2 years there. Didn't he?
I think they're gonna
40 million a year, bro.
I think they're gonna release him.
I don't want to hear bring a Derek.
One of the two. No, I think Derek Carr's gonna either get released and retire. I think that's gonna be probably the thing with him. I think he's probably gonna get released and retire.
Come over here. We don't want you here.
Maybe he gets re-signed with the Raiders for a day. He gets re-signed with the Raiders for a day to retire a Raider.
I don't even want him as a retiree. I don't even want him as an alumni.
Come on, you can't do that to him, bro. Come on.
Bullshit.
He gave us some of our worst years, bro. We got to give him a little something.
I'm glad they stole my report.
He gave us one good year.
The reason why I wouldn't say like I wouldn't knock that, because as much as I was like talking shit about Carr when he left and still talk shit about him this day, like I to be honest, anybody that wanted to leave during the fucking McDaniels era, I don't blame him.
Raiders will be sponsoring.
He didn't want to leave. They kicked his ass out.
Yeah.
He didn't want to leave. They kicked him out.
Exactly. That dude, like that's why I'm saying like he didn't really want to leave, dog. Like so it's like that's why I wouldn't say like if he were to retire and he were to get that, I would wear my jersey that day because I still have that shit somewhere in one of these fucking bins.
I'm glad
DC4 is a Raider for life. I just put the for life on it, in my opinion. Stupid.
What's a Raider? Always a Raider. Yeah.
What's a Raider? Always a Raider, bro. Shout out to Let's Go. Shout out to Let's Go.
That's the first
Shout out
thing
Randy
that
Moss.
needs to glow.
Shit.
Shout out Warren Sapp. Warren Sapp, yeah.
Yeah. So that's crazy. So Jacksonville, New Orleans, and Dallas, bro.
Shout out to the 108 in the building too, man. Shit,
Jeez,
fucking hit the like.
Yeah,
like, buddy.
That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see right there. I can't see it. I should be able to see it, but I got my hands cut off.
Out of privileges revoked.
Hey, Raiders. Sometimes I want to go back to some of these.
Hey, no, but we might have to go to that. Remember that that one that you sent me. We'll talk about it backstage or whatever. But that one site that you sent me, we could all have a seat.
That's what I'm saying. That's what we need to get to and shit. That's why we can just run that bitch.
Just pay me, bro. I just want to get paid, bro. That's all. For my knowledge. You know what I mean?
Oh shit! You really gonna do that right now? After I just talked to you about
suffer,
man, you
bro.
know what? Just
I suffer, bro. I went through a lot of shit, bro.
Talking all that shit. All right.
You don't know what this chat does to me, bro. All the negativity.
Oh, relax. I think I fucking. You the one got mad at me just because I was saying I just didn't want Pete Carroll. Shit, he's too old. Getting mad.
That could very well be true too, though. You never know, because I mean, that could very well be true. But I would say that he does have. I wouldn't say that he's like the worst candidate. I think he might be one of the top candidates out there right now, bro. Like if we have to look at it for what it is, other than Ben Johnson, there's no real clear-cut guy that I would, to be honest, have over Pete Carroll. Yeah, there's some guys that like seem interesting, and like especially if like a Cliff Kingsbury comes available or something like that, or like I like Liam Cohen. I know a lot of people might not, but I like it because if they do bring in Spike Tech, I like that combination. But I like those names, but it's no clear-cut guy that's over Pete Carroll. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So for me, bro, like, yeah, I mean, if we get Pete Carroll, man, and if we get Russell Wilson, yeah, I'll fucking watch games. I'll get it. Hey, no, listen, even though it's like,
you all right with Pete Carroll?
Bro, like,
you're all right with Pete Carroll, and that's fine,
bro. Like,
don't bring that other dude.
Just because I have my opinion, bro, like my first initial was like, man, I don't want to fuck with Pete Carroll and Wilson
you're always
again,
connecting.
Bro, like,
you're always connecting.
Hey, I'm just saying, people be saying shit, bro. I'm
just like the other live, we had, bro. You said Ben Johnson and Hendon Hooker. I proved to you that Hendon Hooker fucking sucks. So
but you wanted him though. You literally came and sat down on my fucking recliner and told me I wanted him. Josh was right. This mother.
Hey, I liked him. You liked him until he got hurt. He got hurt in this game.
Hey, would you get him now? Hey, you want to trade for Hendon Hooker now?
No. Why? Because Bridgewater backed him up.
See, look, that's the shit that I'm talking about. That's what I was talking about. How do we go from the number one guy?
You're saying that Russell Wilson's going to come to the Raiders. That ain't going to happen, bro.
I didn't say he was. Like,
you just said it.
No, I apologize. I said it earlier that people were saying that because they said Russell Wilson. Listen, and I'm sitting there talking shit about it. Like, I was like, man, fuck that. I don't want to see it. And then I said, I ain't gonna watch this shit. I said, I'm done. I said that shit earlier. Rewind the fucking channel. I said that shit. If both of them come, rewind the tape. I said it. If they come, I'm not gonna fucking do anything. You guys start talking shit, and then we went to start talking about something else. And now I'm sitting over here like listening to you guys. And if this might fucking actually be a possibility, then fuck. What am I supposed to do? Not be a Raider fan?
You're dreaming up some. I'm not dreaming up shit. I don't know. That's a dream to me, bro, because that don't make no sense, bro. Oh, we're gonna get Pete Carroll. We're gonna get Russell Wilson and Bobby Wagner. Bobby Wagner and DK Metcalf now is gonna come to the Raiders.
Fucking Bobby Wagner.
We're supposed to get younger, bro. We're supposed to get younger.
I'll take DK.
We don't need 52-year-old Bobby Wagner, bro.
No,
what Bobby Wagner's doing? Bobby Wagner, he's doing just fine where he's at right now, bro.
No, he was first team all pro.
Bobby Wagner's doing just fine where he's at right now, bro. He's getting ready. He's in the NFC Championship game.
I mean, he changed that defense over there because I mean, to be first team all pro That's not easy, bro. Like with the linebackers that are pretty much in the league, like that's not easy. Like not a lot of guys, not a lot of great players can say that they never did that in their career. You know what I mean? So it's like that's pretty bad. Yeah, he's old, but yeah, he ain't leaving. He ain't leaving fucking Dan Quinn, and then because Dan Quinn has that same connection with him from Seattle. You know what I mean? That's the reason why he went to the Commanders, because of that Dan Quinn.
Why we gotta
connection.
we gotta get. Oh, who's gonna throw the DK? Who's gonna throw DK Metcalf? Russell Wilson? Is that what we're gonna get? We're gonna get Russell Wilson and DK Metcalf combo right there. Yeah, there it is.
Do with Myers and Bowers. Let's go. Matter of fact,
when we lose,
what's Geno Smith's contract looking like right now? Pete Carroll and Geno Smith. Let's go.
They better than that. Geno Smith is better than what we have right there right now.
Geno's a poor man's car. Nah.
He's better than Carr though. He's better than Carr.
He's
we want all these dudes. We want all these dudes.
Geno's probably better right now.
We getting Jenkins to be the better right teams in the NFL.
But
you want DK Metcalf and Bobby Wagner and Khalil Mack?
Career was way better.
Legion of Gravy.
That's right. That's me right there.
No, I just think that I still don't think it's anything. I still think it goes. I still think they know the importance of having to go out there, and regardless of if it's in the first or second round, they still have to go draft a quarterback.
I think there's plenty of quarterbacks.
No matter what we do.
AOC is not the AOC is. I'm pretty sure that's going to be one of the main things that one of these coaches says in these hiring processes. Like, okay, you're going to give me everything possible to go try to go get another quarterback, right? Because I ain't working with that, regardless of how much upside he has or anything like that. It's like they're not. A coach is not going to come here, especially I think like a Pete Carroll, without the assurance of they're going to let him at least go out and try to go get the quarterback that he wants. Because I think that was the reason why Telesco's fired and AP is fired, because they weren't able to make that happen. That's one of the biggest reasons why they were fired.
I'm going to put that on the shirt, bro. Legion of I'm going to put that on the shirt, Tubby, right there. Legion of Gravy, man, right there, bro. I'm going to put that on the shirt. If we get Pete Carroll, I'm going to put that on the shirt, bro. I'll get you. You be the first one, bro. I'll get you that 4X, man. I'll get you that 4X for Tubby right there, bro.
Yeah, I still think we go get a quarterback. I still think that doesn't change. I still think that maybe we go, but who knows though? Like the one thing that still is a possibility though, like I still think we go get a quarterback. Maybe it's not even in the draft though. Like maybe they do a Raider thing, which I don't want them to do, but they go out and look at a Sam Darnold or somebody like that, which I definitely don't want them to do, but I still think that that's still a big glaring need that they know that they need. Like whatever head coach comes in, I still think that they know that they need a quarterback.
That's mad though, Gabe. I'm thinking that Pete Carroll, if it does, you know, I kind of hope that Grandpa over there gets the job, bro. I'm telling you the truth.
Damn,
I'm thinking the same thing right now, just because of the coaches that are in our division. I think he could put up a good with them.
He ain't scared of them dudes, man. He ain't gonna be scared of them. He ain't gonna be worried about that shit. Andy Reid too. I beat him before. Cool, like that. That's what he's gonna do. I beat him before.
Yeah.
It's just
the Jim Harbaugh.
Geriatric coaches.
Jim Harbaugh, he's a college boy, bro.
It's the geriatric coaches division. That's
well, he got one national championship. That would be a good coaches right there, bro. Super Bowl coaches and national championship coaches, bro.
Yeah, well, the only one with if we get him, at least we won't be the only team without like now Jim Harbaugh will be the guy with the fucking least fucking hardware. You know what I mean? Because at least the other three have Super Bowls. Jim Harbaugh don't got none.
Yeah, that is true.
He ain't never gonna get none. He ain't never gonna get none either. We got that defense because we need a defensive coach. and all his defense were good, but I can't even remember when Seattle had a sorry ass defense when he was coaching.
Whatever.
Can you?
I could see Max getting excited for this defense again if like Pete Carroll gets hired and he brings Robert Saleh, bro. Robert Saleh might not have been great as a head coach in the Jets, bro, but one thing that the Jets had was a good defense for a couple of years. Obviously, this year was just a whole shit show over there, but at the times that he's been there, the offense might have struggled under Wilson, last year and all of that shit, but their defense was for real. And when he was actually a defensive coordinator with the 49ers, that was the number one defense literally like year after year. So like he has the credentials as being a great defensive mind, you know what I mean? So obviously it's important for what offensive coordinator gets brought along with them, but I could tell you that Max will he knows like what guys, especially like they know the guys that are big names around the league. So I know he could get re-excited for this defense if he were to bring Salah with him, bro.
Okay, so check this out. So say we get Pete Carroll and Salah, right? All right, cool.
That's racist. Okay, that's racism.
These are the quarterbacks that are available right now. Sam Darnold's number one. You got Zach Wilson, Trey Lance, Brisket, Heineken, Mariota, Drew Lock, Jared Stidham.
You hungry, motherfucker? Did you say brisket?
I'm hungry and want a beer. You know what I'm saying? Brisket. No, I said this shit on purpose. Brissett. I know it's Brissett. I'm talking shit.
What's wrong with Brissett, bro?
Hey, I'm fat, bro. Leave me alone. Hey, y'all got issues. Shut up. Anyways,
you're just hungry and shit. You want a brisket, bro? You get that brisket salad over there.
Brisket doesn't feel fire right now. A brisket sandwich right now, some Hawaiian bread. That's stupid. Anyways, but let me finish though. Mariota, Drew Lock, Jared Stidham, man, come on. We want to Stidham to fucking Steady. We want him to run the fucking stuff. Steady. We got fucking the incomparable fucking Andy Dalton, Justin Fields, Flacco. Fucking damn. Fucking that motherfucker was falling asleep on the sidelines. Flacco and shit. Winston, Mac Jones, Carson Wentz, Jimmy G, Case Keenum, Mason Rudolph, Easton Stick. These are the Josh Dobbs. Yeah. So these are the guys that we're gonna be. Who in the hell are we gonna actually bring for Pete Carroll?
I think there's only one. To be honest, I think there's only like with the money that's available, like I could only see that really going one way. I don't want them to go that way, but I see there's a reason why I think they've linked a lot of the times the name Sam Darnold to us. Because that's, I think, as much as nobody wants to hear it and as much as I don't want it, and I could probably tell you, I could tell like by the look on your face when I say that, like you guys don't want it, but I could tell you that probably is a real possibility if because of the money available and the moves that we've made before, dog. Like hopefully that's not the case and we go the route that I think the majority have wanted us to go, but and that's the draft. But like I can really see the possibility. I mean, Fields is still a name out there, but yeah, that's that. At the end of the day, I think that's gonna have to have. Do you want Fields with that? Like, I don't know, man. I mean, don't get me wrong. Some people might think different, but I think right now the Sam Darnold name, because didn't Fields say last year that he wouldn't go to the Raiders? That's the reason. Like that was never a possibility last year.
What's that?
When he was available last year, there was like he said like there was no possibility. Like he was always going to Pittsburgh.
Telesco probably didn't even try to get him. So Telesco probably didn't even make a move to go get that dude.
If you want to look at everything realistically, Sam Darnold was from SC, and Pete Carroll, they have that connection right there, so that might work well. They might have that together, so if they can pull
shit. That don't mean shit,
bro. Goddamn. First, wait a minute. First, Pete Carroll's not fucking good enough, and now I'm over here trying to say, hey, babe, there might be a good connection because the SC.
There you go again. Pete Carroll connecting with somebody. Why can't he get a young coach?
No,
the reason why Sam Darnold. Look at this, Lo. Look at this, Lo. The reason why Sam Darnold. The reason you're not pleasing me. You're saying crazy shit. The reason why Sam Sam Darnold is successful in the NFL right now, and his team went as far as they went is because of the coaches that are on the Minnesota Vikings.
True.
It's not because Sam Darnold was a has-been. At every team he was a backup.
But say, okay, but what
he
if
couldn't even beat out J.J. McCarthy. He could beat out J.J. McCarthy until he got hurt. Who do we have on our team? Who do we have on our team that could make Sam Darnold be that same guy?
No, what I mean, what I'm saying right here. Look, I think somebody earlier put right here too.
I can't say nothing.
Like,
let me say shit.
Yeah.
So what if they the thing is that what if they go out and get? What if they go out and get? No, what if they go out and make the quarterbacks coach from the Vikings the next offensive coordinator? That's what I'm saying. Like, and you can tell that's the guy that's probably been a good, development in Sam Darnold last year. That's what I'm saying. Like, it has to be. I think there's a possibility. Do I want it to happen? No, I'm with you, Gravy. I'm with you that I don't want Sam Darnold, but I do think that's a big possibility just because they're going to need an offensive coordinator, and if they bring in like a Sam Darnold, like would a guy like a quarterbacks coach from the Vikings say no to a promotion to like an offensive coordinator? You know what I mean? And get to come along with Darnold. Like, I think there's possibilities there, but I don't want it to happen. But because I want to draft one. I do think Sam Darnold is a possibility this offseason.
Right. You ain't winning no Super Bowls with Sam Darnold, bro. You ain't winning no.
But like you said earlier,
you're gonna go
Sam
far.
Sam Darnold was a has-been because of the coaching. But we're on the same thing though. We're saying that if anybody that we get, if we get Pete Carroll, he should be the coach that should be able to get it out of him too. You know what I mean? Because he has that experience. So we can Pete Carroll do the same?
That's what, 40 million? That's 40 million. I need the Raiders podcast for $40 million for that, bro. 1 year. 1 year.
That's the main
1 year.
I don't want it to happen because of the money situation. That's the main reason why I don't want it to happen. Because I said it over and over. The best way to build a winner is during a quarterback under his, like when they're successful under their rookie contract, because that's when you can build around them the best. You know what I mean? And develop them the best, because if you're able to get the best weapons around them to get them to their peak, and then like you see it kind of like the case, like an example is with this year. I think the best example would be fucking name is going away with Bill's quarterback. What's his fucking name, bro? Josh Allen. Like, you see Josh Allen, like, he always had, the Stephon Diggs, or he's had like players like that, like, and you see this year, like, they built when he didn't have that big contract, then he got his contract, and now he's doing it kind of on his own. Like, obviously he hasn't showed anything, he hasn't showed the best. I think it's just that they were able to get weapons around him to maximize his potential, and now he's able to be Superman out there, bro, like with lesser players out there. But when you start the opposite way, when you don't have the weapons and you expect the quarterback just to win, you know what I mean? Like, because you bring in a $50-60 million quarterback, but you have no rest of the money, because now you're stuck with the players that you had that made you 4-13. So it's like that. Like that's why that's opposite. I think that's the opposite way of trying to build a winner. You know what I mean? You're not gonna. Now you're trying to get lucky. You know what I mean? So it's like, that's why I think it's the best way is under a rookie contract, bro.
I would rather
this is
go back up in the first round and get that dude from Alabama. That's what I would rather do. If we're looking at Sam Darnold, I would rather move up in the draft and I'd rather get that kid and let him develop.
Who from where?
But I get you, Michael
Alabama.
Johnson. I get you. I get what they're saying about Joe Brady being the reason why Buffalo's had some success, and he might be, but Joe Brady also got fired from the Carolina Panthers because he was making fucking what's his name not live up to the number one status either. You know what I mean? And you've seen him play better under Canales this year. You know what I mean? You've seen fucking what's his name, Bryce Young, play better under Canales this year. You know what I mean? Than Joe Brady. So it's like How much is it Joe Brady? How much is it Josh Allen? I mean, when people wanna give credit to a guy that they like, they say it's the offensive coordinator. But when because you hear always like it's the quarterback. You know what I mean? Like most of these players, you hear that. Like you've heard Asante Samuel on the pivot say Brady was the main reason other than Belichick, right? I tend to kind of think that it's always more even, but you hear the players say it over and over. You hear Shady McCoy say that it was all Brady out there. You know, you hear shit like it's like you hear even Shady McCoy when he says no disrespect to fucking Andy Reid, but Patrick Mahomes is the reason why they are what they are. You know what I mean? So it's the players that actually do that shit. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, Joe Brady might be a reason, a small reason why they're still good in Buffalo, but it's Josh Allen, bro.
Josh Allen is a big part of it. Like it's always going to be the players, man. It's like, yes, you got to be coached right. There's no fucking arguing that, right? You know what I mean? But at this point, we don't even have that. The only reason Sam Darnold is being brought up because he's the number one fucking person right now that's on the list as far as a free agent. I don't want Sam Darnold. I'm trying to look at it as a positive if Pete Carroll comes and he picks him, because that is a possibility. That's what we're going to be talking about pretty much all off season, are possibilities. What if he goes for fucking Trey Lance? What if we get Monken and Trey Lance, bro? Who knows? I don't know. I'm just looking at what's out there. And you know what I'm saying? I'm not like sitting there saying that I want Sam Darnold. Never said that shit. I'm just saying these are possibilities. There's a lot of different possibilities to look at, but I mean, because we don't even know. We don't even know who our GM is. We don't even know if our number one player is even going to fucking stay. So I'm just looking at shit, bro.
I mean, it's not easy to win 14 games, though. Like I understand, like, because I don't think nobody preseason, especially with them drafting JJ McCarthy, nobody even saw Sam Darnold having a year like this. Nobody even saw the Vikings having a year like this. Mm-hmm. You know what I think that's still a big regard. I think Darnold, I still don't want him, but I still think that maybe being in Carolina and fucking the Jets wasn't the best for him. You know what I mean? We've seen how those two fucking organizations have been pretty bad too. You know what I mean? Which he was
even a backup to Purdy.
Yep.
He backed up Purdy.
Yeah.
That coach in Minnesota.
Jameis Winston. Justin Fields.
We don't need that dude, man. Just get the rookie. Just get a rookie dude.
Kyle Allen and Josh Johnson.
Hey, what if the fucking we said all this about Darnold, but what if the fucking coach built such a good relationship that they resigned Darnold, bro, and they decided to fucking do something with JJ? Like, I still think that's a big question, because who the fuck? I think that's still a big. Darnold's still young as fuck, you know what I mean? So like, because he came out super young. You know what I mean? So like, that's why I'm saying, like, JJ McCarthy still has to prove that he could win 14, 15 games.
Yeah.
He was kicking our ass when he was in there with
Mm-hmm.
Tell you that.
I'm just saying, like, does he feel comfortable enough to go with running back with Darnold, or does he think that he can make JJ better than Darnold? You know what I mean? That's the real question. Like, because not a lot of teams go away from quarterbacks. I know that they got limited in the first round. I know they got eliminated in the first round and all, but not a lot of teams go away from quarterbacks after they win 14 games. That's all I'm saying. But their situation is different because they did pick a number one guy last year. But it's just it's rare to see a team go away from a quarterback after 14 wins.
Draft a rookie quarterback and use the cap space to build a whole line of free agency. Yeah, see, that's the biggest thing, man. We just got to figure out whose vision we got to see, and that's the GM that's going to be coming up, bro. I think we need a GM, bro. But see, this thing though, it's like when I was saying that earlier, they fucking hired Ben. Who does the Bears? They have a GM already in place?
I'm not sure, bro. I don't think so.
I believe so. Do they? Yeah. So then the GM is the one that brought him in. So
one of them ugly comers.
Yeah. So there it is. So.
But he's the one that hired Eberflus. He's the one that thought so highly of Eberflus too.
Yeah, well, see, that's another
Ryan
thing too.
Poles,
Well, anyways, regardless of whatever, we do need a freaking
Ryan Poles, that's their GM.
Ryan Poles. All right.
Yeah.
So Poles, yeah.
He's a
Poles,
young
Poles,
So
whatever.
we need a GM. I mean,
He's a
bottom
younger
line,
guy.
that's what it is. Rob Rex, Ryan, double trouble. Fuck that. Have those guys be our GMs.
I think it's gonna be. I think because I think the most glaring one for GM is the Spytech one because of the Brady thing. I mean,
Yeah.
I think that's the most like one that's out there. But who knows, man? I do really think that that's gonna be the first thing hired though, like him, and that's why I still don't count out Liam Cohen, but I do believe that Pete Carroll is probably the leading candidate, because the reason why I don't count out Liam Cohen is because maybe his name hasn't been mentioned now, but he was the first name mentioned when the season was over. The first name that came up was Liam Cohen when the season was over. So that's why I'm saying that maybe they circle back to that, because that was their first candidate to begin with. You know what I mean? So that's why I still think he's there's a shot, but I do think that the Pete Carroll thing is probably the front runner.
Yeah. What to believe anymore.
Stripper post. Gonna finalize the deal with the Jets. Because if we get Spytech, or we
I mean, he
what
did
do you want
turn
Cohen?
around.
I mean, that would be smart, but
he turned around Baker's career.
Yeah.
Cohen turned around Baker's career, bro. So like, you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't downplay it. I mean, Baker's fucking best year ever, bro. It was this year by far. You know what I mean? Like, and how many teams was Baker on that one year? You know what I mean? He went from the Giants to the Carolina to the Rams or something like that in 1 year, or Cleveland to the Carolina to the Rams in 1 year. I mean, he was bouncing from team to team. You know what I mean?
Mayfield didn't he beat us twice in 1 year? Didn't Baker Mayfield beat us twice in 1 year?
No, he beat us on 4 days.
Rams.
4 days. It was only 4 days with the Rams. He threw 42 touchdowns this year, bro.
Who's that?
Baker.
I'll take that.
42 touchdowns this year.
I wanted Baker. Remember, I said it.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying, like obviously Baker's not going nowhere. I'm not saying like Baker's like going to be an option for us. I'm just saying like that's just Cohen helped that. You know what I mean? I'm not going to say like because I'm not going to be a hypocrite and say it's the players in one sentence and then say like this that. I'm just saying Cohen did also. You know, you've seen the situation where Baker was kind of at, and then he kind of got here. And I wouldn't say he fixed them, but I would say he maybe tweaked some things. You know what I mean? Which that he saw. So like, I mean, that's why I wouldn't rule out Cohen.
Yeah. So we're probably
picking. Bro, if you even mock draft Dylan Gabriel, he's there at the 5th round, 6th round.
Oh yeah,
he's small, man. He's just too small.
Mock draft. Let's do it. No, I'm just talking shit, bro. I'm just talking shit. We ain't doing no mock draft.
Jackson Dart's not the biggest guy either. You know what I mean? Jackson, but he's bigger. He is bigger. He's like 6'2" or something like that. He's not the biggest guy either. But I mean, I like Milroe, to be honest. I like Milroe's speed and all of that shit. And like, let me put it this way. I like Milroe if we're able to get a offensive mind, because then again, if we get a Milroe as a project and we get a first-time offensive coordinator or something like that, I'm not gonna be too fucking excited. You know what I mean? Like, now, if we go, get not a seasoned offensive coordinator, I'd probably rather go with a guy that probably is more ready. Like right now, like probably I think Jackson Dart probably would be that guy because his arm talent's better, and he does have some mobility. But I just think the ceiling for Milton, if you're able to pair him with a good good offensive coordinator, if you're able to bring the best out of that Milton kid, bro, that dude's he's a beast, bro.
Yeah. I mean, the goal for next year is to fucking win, right? And even though I think the Vikings kind of just crumbled in the last couple games and shit like that. Defense wasn't playing as well and shit like that. You know what I mean? from what I've seen. I didn't know the numbers and all like that. But
Oh yeah, look at.
my thing is though, I remember Gabe 2 weeks ago, Cohen hadn't done anything.
Yeah,
Now he's open. Okay, yeah.
Remember I said this earlier when you said who the fuck is Liam Cohen? Remember
Oh,
I said that.
Yeah.
Same way. I reacted the same way when they first came out. That news first came out. Who the fuck is Liam Cohen? But then looking into it, you know what I mean? Like looking into it and seeing that he's from the Sean McVay tree, seeing that, you know what I mean? You see the development he had with fucking with Baker and shit like that, and I just that obviously once you look into stuff, obviously us as creators, you hear names that are not familiar, and you're gonna be like, who the fuck is that guy?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like once you start looking into shit like that, yeah, my bad for not knowing him at the moment, but for sure looking into it, yeah, I could tell you I made a mistake in speaking too early for sure, because he is a solid candidate.
Yeah, see, shout out Memo right here. He's saying actually Genty will help our new quarterback, right? So if we were looking at Ben Johnson and we were like, all right, he's running heavy, you would pick maybe Genty, maybe take a reach and go Genty, you know what I mean, for 6. But there's no quarterback there, you know what I mean? Possibly. Just saying. I'm not saying we're doing it now because he's not fucking coming with us and shit like that. So, you know, he's gonna go coach at obviously the fucking, you know, the Bears, whatever. But that would be a good move. See, we don't know. I mean, we all know we need a quarterback, but I don't think anybody's like really sold on Shedeur. And we don't even know if any quarterback is even going to be good at the number 2. So what sucks is if you really look at it, if Ben Johnson was supposed to be the number 1 candidate, we're going to be getting everything lesser than, I mean, Pete Carroll.
I like
if that's all right to say. Because, I mean, you know what I mean? It's all going to be first-timers now at this point.
I like Cam Ward, bro. I don't know why. I think he's like looking back at it now. I don't know why I switched up and going to fucking Shedeur, but I'm not saying that he's head and shoulders above Shedeur or anything like that. But I like Cam Ward.
So check this out. So these will be the number 1 first-time head coaches. Would it be Cohen, Monken, Joe Brady? Joe Brady was never a coach, was he?
Joe Brady, no, he was
so that would be a first-time head coach.
Carolina with that rule.
Yeah. Slowick. Okay.
Joe Brady's going to be a head coach.
Huh?
I don't think Joe Brady's going to be a head coach or Monty.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that these are some of the candidates, right? And these will all be first timers. The only ones that on the candidate list right now that, you know, everyone is talking about is Pete Carroll, Flores, McCarthy, Sally, Sahai. I can't even say his fucking name, and Spagnuolo.
Spagnuolo, I think.
Yeah, and he was with the Rams. You know what I mean? They didn't do too good or anything like that. But overall, though, dude, like, I mean, it comes down to the fucking GM, dude. That's what it really, really boils down to for me. Until that, we're pretty much fucking stuck in limbo.
Not lying.
Yeah, we're stuck in fucking limbo, bro. This shit sucks.
So we hire anybody? Is to be honest, you're not lying, bro. There's a lot of running backs though in this draft, bro. Like I know Ashton Genty is the name. I know Ashton Genty is that big, you know, sparkling name. And don't get me wrong, dude. That dude's a fucking beast. He's special. Talked about him all year. Thought he was the best player in college football. To be honest, like I just think he was that good at that position. I mean, I know what's his name played 2 positions. Don't get me wrong, but I just think he was so good at that one position that it trumps everything. No pun intended. But there's a lot of quarterbacks, bro. I mean, there's a lot of running backs, bro. Like the dude from North Carolina. That dude fucking. He's supposed to be really good too. I think his name is Hampton or something like that. I mean, Bo Scatterbo. I mean, I know he's gotten a lot of praise, you know, recently, but
yeah,
I still think
couple games.
Yeah, a couple games, but he was a beast all season. You know what I mean? But I think I think his case is going to be, it's going to be very important for him to post a good time in the 40 at the combine, because I think that's what most people say about him, that he's probably not on the faster side. I mean, I don't think that, like, we see how that hasn't really been the worst thing. Like, look at Josh Jacobs. He wasn't considered the fastest guy either. You know what I mean? But he like, you know, but I just think there's a lot of Caleb Johnson from Iowa. Like, watch, let me bring him. Oh, that dude Judkins from yesterday, that guy from Ohio State, that guy Judkins, that guy is good, man.
Even that kid Notre Dame, that
one.
Love kid from Notre Dame too.
Yeah, Jeremiah Love.
Jeremiah Love's Kevin Neal from Kansas. He's baller.
There's even the other running back from Ohio State, that guy Travion Henderson. He's considered to be a big prospect as well too. You know what I mean? So the dude from Tennessee, he's fast as fuck. You know what I mean? That's another guy. So there's just a lot of guys that are out there. You know what I mean? I think that there's good running backs out there. I think you can get some good value too, like later on. Obviously, you don't want. I mean, we got to go get one of those type of guys though. Don't like. Obviously, we as fans, I think me especially, you know what I mean, part of this fucking panel, hyped up a little too much our 7th round pick. You know what I mean? But I think we have to go for damn sure if we wanna address our running back in the draft, we're gonna have to address them sooner than I'd say 4th, or I'll say from the 3rd, 4th, and 5th round. In those middle rounds, you gotta address it, bro. I would say 3rd or 4th round, but there is a lot of holes where we might need something there more important, because especially if we don't address it in free agency first. But we could do that too. Like we could address the running back position in free agency, but we have to get a young guy out there. I know Sincere McCormick had his quick little 2-3 games, but he also got hurt right away too. You know what I mean? And he's smaller. You're not going to bank your fucking future on Sincere McCormick. I'm sorry. Like,
bro. What's up, bro? We got Lobby. What's up? The great white hope.
On ESPN right now, the top ranked running backs right now is going to be Ollie Gordon, Trayvon Henderson,
yep.
Rashawn Judkins, Omarion
Hampton. Yeah, he's from North Carolina. That guy's good.
Taj Brooks, and Jency is 6th. Edwards is
Jency's a 6th running back. He's a 6th running back out of that running back pool.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I just think it depends on where you go. Because right now I'm on NFL Draft Buzz, and he's 1, and Hampton's 2.
Oh, I'm on ESPN.
Yeah, it all depends.
I just do top 10. I'm just going down the list. It
all depends on who's ranking them. You know what I mean? Because there's a bunch
I'm just reading this. I don't have it all fucking memorized. I'm reading on fucking ESPN. I figured ESPN was a good one.
Number 1.
I'm just reading the names off. Shit. Then Ian 10 from Georgia is another one. Ott from Cal, and Kevin Neal from Kansas. Those are all those guys. So they're not number 1 to fucking. They're not ranked order.
Kevin Neal from Kansas,
and this shit was put out.
He beat Colorado by himself.
It was a long ass time ago. That was my bad.
Kevin Neal beat Deion Sanders by himself. Basically, all by himself. He put it down on
on this site where you're looking at them, like when I'm looking at them, like NFL Draft Buzz, it'll say like their size, their fucking their rank, and then like their 40 time too, like what they posted before. And I would say if you're gonna go out and try to go get a fast guy with some size, bro, I think Omarion Hampton from North Carolina, bro. If you can get somebody like that, he's size, speed. I think he's a good guy that you could probably go get, like if maybe in the 3rd, 4th round if he's available. You know what I mean? But nobody's really talking about him. But then again, that's us. I think he's going to be talked about a lot within the scouts for sure, because you see it on tape. That dude's pretty damn good.
Big ups to my boy Persian in the chat, bro. What's up, Persian, man? How you doing?
Persian, what's up, bro?
That's my dog. That's my dog right there.
Yeah, I just give it. It's not giving me that.
Draft a fucking linebacker,
please. Okay.
Dominant linebacker. Can we go draft a dominant linebacker? I know. Obviously, we gotta go redraft. We gotta go re-sign fucking Spillane. Get a fucking dominant linebacker, man.
Yeah, we need a lot. We need a fucking lot. That's what I'm saying. It's like this. The rebuild is not just. It's not just
a lot of dominant linebacker in there. Gabe.
Linebacker on this side, I'll tell you right now. Let me see what it goes to. Jalen Walker from Georgia. That dude's gonna be fucking one of the top guys, probably though. There's Barrett Carter out of Clemson. There's Jihad Campbell from Alabama. Fuck, man. Cody Simon from Ohio State. That dude's good, man. That guy Cody Simon from Ohio State. He's really good. You know what I mean? And they got some pretty Smell from Georgia. That guy Mondin Jr. There's some good names out there, man. But I just think we have to go get somebody to replace Diablo, because Diablo has to be a guy that you gotta just be able to get rid of this offseason, bro.
Not Diablo.
Sure,
What's up with that?
What do you mean?
What's up with that? I want to get my number 5 jersey, bro. I've been wanting to get that.
Raiders report. Get the fuck out of here, bro. That's funny. Anyways.
Okay.
So we don't sign. All Raider Nation are going, oh man, we're gonna lose Diablo. We love this guy. He's always hurt. You don't know how to tackle, and we want to keep him around.
I just think he's been too hurt. There's no reason to bring him back. I just think that shouldn't be even shouldn't even be a question, to be honest. Diablo has.
What about
been,
Nate Hobbs too? He's in the same boat.
He's wore out his
Nate
time
Hobbs
here,
too?
dog. That's gonna be tough, man, because I wouldn't say it's his play. I would just say him. The big question mark with him is his ableness to stay on the field, bro. You know, the best ability is availability. You know what I mean? Like they say, you know what I mean? And he has not been available a lot. I think every year he's had an injury where he's missed multiple games. So that's gonna be a big thing in this offseason and at his negotiation table with him. You know what I mean? That's gonna be something that they have to look into, because I mean they need depth, and when he goes down, that you have to fill in a big hole. You know what I mean? Because when he's on the field, he's great. Don't get me wrong, but when he comes off the field, he's a big hole to fill because he's hurt a lot. You know what I mean? So you have to fill in that hole a lot. So that's maybe we have to go get somebody that's more reliable. Maybe not as good as a player.
Okay. What's bad for him is that Palomalo can do that, and then what's bad for Hobbs. Who you gonna keep? You gonna keep Palomalo or you gonna keep Neal? But see, Palomalo can play safety too. Palomalo can play safety. He don't have to play slot corner.
There's a lot of names, man. Epps, what do you do with him? He's coming off an injury. You know what I mean? I know he got hurt in the first game of the season, but he's coming off an injury. You know what I mean? You got Hobbs, you got Spillane, you got Kuntz. He's fucking got hurt before the injury. You got you know what I mean? You got a lot of players. You got Adam Butler. You know what I mean? There's a lot of holes that you're gonna have to fill with this team. You know what I mean? And the decisions on who to resign and who to let go.
We can come back for getting 6 months of credit from Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah, lucky JM. I agree with that, man. I've been saying that for a grip.
We need to hit on OC and DC. Yeah, of course. Yeah, we all need that shit. Nah, me personally, bro, I'm telling you, we just need that GM, and regardless of whatever, even if it's all going to depend on the type of schemes and the type of players we're going to need. So, I mean, we might not need a prototypical linebacker. You know what I mean? And then it all depends on who's going to be sticking around as well. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people don't have to stay. Diablo don't have to stay. Morg doesn't have to stay. Hobbs doesn't have to stay. Spillane doesn't have to stay. You know, you know what I mean? All these guys, I mean, there's tons of players that aren't going to stay. Epps ain't going to be here, even though he wasn't really a factor after he got injured. But the year before that, he was playing his ass off. You know what I mean? Palomalo is pretty much going to stick around. Matt Jones is going to stick around. You know what I'm saying? Unless he wants to be traded. Now that, Coach AP ain't here. You know what I mean? That's another thing, too. then Bennett's going to be another guy that's going to be coming off an injury. You know what I mean? So
I think Salah, you're able to get a Salah with Pete Carroll, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I think he gets a lot of those guys excited to want to come back. Obviously, he's not going to get them excited enough to take no pay cuts, but he's going to get those guys at least, you know, with some excitement to be like, okay, this guy's done it before, because that's one thing you can't not knock with Salah. Like, he's done it before as a defensive coordinator, which that would be a big thing if we're able to do that.
Yeah.
There's got to be Team Pete. Team Pete, who's with me? Team Pete.
I don't know about that, bro. Look, I got a little excited for the possibility of Dion coming with, Shador. I kind of got excited about that. Then I really thought to myself, I was like, you know what? Nah, you ain't gonna do that shit to me. And then I kind of got a little comfortable with the whole Ben Johnson shit. Now I'm like, fuck, like, you know what I mean? So it's like this whole being comfortable, like, I don't know, bro. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's like, I don't want to lock in on one person. I can't lock in on one person because we don't know what the fuck's gonna happen. If you really look at it, partial owner of the other two guys,
soon, bro. It's gonna come soon.
No, you're right. You're right with that, though.
Right.
You are right with that, though. Don't put your I think we've learned that with the
yeah, we can't do that with the Ben Johnson.
Yeah. With the Ben Johnson situation, I think we like that should make us learn from it, but like don't put all our eggs in one basket. Like I said,
yeah, exactly. I ain't doing that shit.
It's like, obviously, do I want Pete Carroll right now? Because do I think he's probably like out of all the candidates? Yeah, but I also think like I'm not gonna put it on all the onus on that, because I still think like it's gonna take it's gonna be some searching, bro, because until a name's out there, I'm not getting myself riled up or excited for anybody until a name's actually I'll call it for what it is once their name is announced. You know what I mean? Then I'll be able to be like, give you really how I feel, because we could sit here and say, no, not to this guy, but once we get hired, I guarantee you, us as fans, it's gonna click something in us. Like right away, it's gonna be like, all right, yeah, you know what? I believe in it now. Like, that's why I'll tell you how I feel when somebody gets hired, because I'm not gonna get myself fucking worked up. You know what I mean? Yeah. I want Pete Carroll,
but you can say who you like. You can say who you like.
That's what I'm saying. I want Pete Carroll. I do want, like, with the guys that are left right now, I probably would say point towards Pete Carroll, but because he's probably has that, you know what I mean, what we've kind of like complained about with the experience thing, but I wouldn't be mad at some other names either. That's all I'm saying.
You fucking, hey, bro, on some real shit. Hey, shout out Cool Kev, bro. You've been talking shit forever in the chat, bro. But why don't we just look at it? Jacoby Myers can play every fucking position, bro. Jacoby Myers can be our quarterback.
Put him at quarterback?
Put him at quarterback. He played quarterback. Why not? Shit, develop him and shit like that. Trying to get crazy, man. We only got like 15 minutes left.
You know what? Jacoby Myers is probably better than any motherfuckers we have on our team right now.
That's what I'm talking about. Even AO? You talk about my boy AO? Come on now. What about Deion Sanders?
Pete Carroll, Jacoby Myers.
And the son. Hey, but check this out. Real talk. We were talking about this. If he were to come, how is he going to get rid of how is he going to bench his son once he starts doing bad? Or if it's not working? Is he going to stick with it? Or is he going to dip out too? You know what I mean? Or is he? See, that's the biggest conundrum right there, because it says he'll come to the NFL to coach if he coaches his sons, which most likely that's not going to happen. So now we're looking at fucking 70-year-old fucking Pete Carroll. It's horrible.
70-year-old Pete Carroll is a better coach than 50-year-old Deion.
No.
Huh? Huh? That's what I'm keep on doing. Huh?
So you better have that hearing aid. I don't give a shit. Pete Carroll got hearing aids. You better put that shit on blast and hear that shit. He be chopping the gum so damn hard. He be chopping that gum so hard.
Hopefully, whoever it is, I just hope that it gets resolved soon, bro. Like this week type soon. Like, you know what I mean? Like, obviously, there is some candidates that could become available next week. You know what I mean? The Joe Brady's, the Cliff Kingsbury's, and all of that stuff. But
Yeah.
if they are going with Pete Carroll and shit like that, and they are gonna go with like a spy tech or anything like that, I just do hope that that shit could get announced sooner rather than later. I mean, so they can get to fucking work, bro, because there's a lot of work to have this offseason, bro. There's a lot of work to do this offseason with this team. You know what I mean? Especially because the money that you have available. Like, you know what I mean? You have to really put in those fucking, like, obviously they are going to do it once they get into the building, but you're going to have to fucking really go out there and, like, because you're getting, you're a brand new head coach, you know what I mean? So the scouting, you have to go out and, you know, hurry up on the scouting and all of that with whoever you're going to go try to do all of this shit. Obviously, that's why I like the spy tech, because he's already had his pulse on that type of shit. Like, you know what I mean, with the GM situation. Like, that's why I want to bring in an experienced guy like that, like a spy tech that, you know what I mean. And you see, the Buccaneers have had a pretty good draft too. You know, the Bucky Irvings, you know, like the guys that they've kind of been able to draft themselves too. You know what I mean. So I just want that shit to be announced sooner rather than later. Hopefully this week.
Is he the GM for Tampa Bay or assistant GM?
That's what I'm looking at right now. Assistant GM.
Assistant GM. So he's like what?
Right now, I'm gonna read it right now. So pretty much right here. I'm gonna read it real quick. This is what on the Tampa Bay. Yeah, it's kind of big, but I'll just skim through it real quick. Oh, it's pretty high. Whoa. That's a lot of shit. Right here, pretty much John Spytek entered the second season as assistant general manager. With the Bucks, has spent 21 total seasons in the NFL before being promoted. So he has years assistant general manager. He's assistant general manager, works closely with Jason Leckie, Licht, regarding the NFL draft, free agent acquisitions.
Hey, but how much do you go like? Remember when us last year were saying that Champ is probably the guy out there doing all of the work? Like, not the work, because obviously, you know, Telesco knows his shit, but like the assistant GMs are probably the ones that are out there doing the actual, you know, the fucking scouting heavy shit. You know what I mean? Because they're the ones behind the scene. They're not the name. Obviously, I'm not downplaying any GM or anything like that, but if you're an assistant GM, I'm pretty sure you got a lot of duties with that shit, because there's a face and then there's the guy that's a lot of the times, like, there's a face and there's a guy that's doing all the work. And a lot of the times it's that assistant guy.
Yeah. So it says right here, the course of the 2023 season, Spytek how maneuver the challenging salary cap with a series of value signings and extension for key agents. He re-signed outside linebacker Anthony Nielsen. Spytek contributed to re-signing cornerback James Dean, linebacker Levante David. Two of the top free agents in the NFL heading to the offseason. Got quarterback Baker Mayfield, defensive lineman Greg Gaines, running back Chase Edwards, and kicker McLaughlin. All right, that was in 2020. So 2022, played a role to getting Shaq Mason, signed a free agent wide receiver Russell Gage, Akeem Hicks, and Keanu Neal, the safety. He resigned cornerstones, cornerbacks Davis, Godwin, and Ryan Jensen. Shit, he's had a lot of stuff. And then in 2020, saw Spytek assist acquiring, you know, Tom Brady, Gronkowski, and you know, yeah. So he has his history, bro. So yeah, so like terrible. But yeah, so it's crazy, bro. So I don't know. Yeah, so if he comes in, he's only been an assistant. He'll be a first timer. So
yep.
That's the way it usually works.
You said it's going to be worse?
No, that's the way it usually works. An assistant GM gets a GM.
Yeah, so then again, the Raiders have to understand, if this is the guy that we're looking at and everyone's sitting there, it's going to be SL Raiders saying that it's going to be Spytek and Coleman. So check this out. No matter what, if Pete Carroll doesn't come in, we're going to have a first-time GMer, first-time head coach all over again. And then that contract is going to be, what, 1 to 2 years, 4 years, whatever or not. Then we're going to stuck with that. So you guys got to understand. It's another fucking rebuild. Now it's a real rebuild.
But wasn't one of the main things that the reason why people are saying that AP kind of skipped the line with not being a coordinator first and all of that shit? Like, I think that it might be a little bit different situation, but you ain't lying. I mean, they are coming into their first year as both new titles for sure.
Yep. So
if that's the way that they go.
I don't disagree with you guys at that point, but these dudes, Lowe just, well, it wasn't a coach, but it was a general manager, and he has a great background.
Of course,
you're an assistant GM. You're in the mix with drafting. You're in there with this general manager. You might not make the outright decision, but you're talking about it with this guy. So being a general manager is just an opportunity. To me, you already know what you're doing. If you're an assistant GM, you know what the hell you're doing. Now, when you go to a coach, we do this young, the dude is qualified to be a head coach already. AP wasn't at all.
No, this is GM. Oh, I got you. I'm sorry.
I'm talking about we're mentioning Ian Cohen with this guy.
Well, he didn't have a first time GM.
If that happens, this is if Ian Cohen is a first time coach. No way we able to compare. You're an idiot. You compare Ian Cohen's background and resume and what he's done in the NFL to AP. You cannot do that because AP doesn't have the anything to prove that he deserved that job.
Correct.
Ian Cohen is being mentioned for several jobs. Several. You know,
so
and he might not take this one. He might not take this one. So if I don't know, you know, but don't mix AP's business with any of these coaches that are coordinators. Don't do that because it's just you loving AD. Get over
That's
it.
not what he said. That's not what he said. What he said was that like AP didn't have that. No,
I'm saying it. I'm not saying who or whatever, a comment or whatever. I'm saying that you can't compare a guy that's an offensive coordinator to AP's tenure with Raiders. It was just
no, I agree. Yeah. I'm just looking at Cohen. Yeah, Cohen has a good. He has 14 years of coaching, so. Yeah, so he's coached at with the Rams and University of Kentucky.
He's from that.
I also will say this though, as much as AP, like I agree with what you said, he shouldn't be mentioned with those guys, but I think a Liam Cohen, a Ben Johnson, what other candidates are out there right now? Any of those guys with this team last year would have probably been this. Like it probably would have been the same results. I don't think. I don't think we're winning any.
We would have been the same offensively.
No, probably not. But I still think
we wouldn't have been the same offensively.
But I'm just saying, like as it wins, but I just don't think that. I don't think that didn't hurt the win-loss type thing because I just think that our team as a whole, I think it was just. I don't think nobody could have done one. I don't even think Bill Belichick and his prime could have done anything with this team.
What up, D man? You're my boy.
D man, my dog. Shit.
Yeah.
Hopefully, you think we're gonna go ahead. I'm sorry, go please.
No, I'm just saying I hope it happens soon. We need to.
Yeah, I was about to say the same shit.
I don't want to be making up names and hoping shit. I'm not gonna do that. But hey, Pete Carroll's a dude. And I like the experience. That's all I've been talking about. And I know he'll bring somebody good for his coordinator.
Lunkin has interviewed with the Raiders.
He knows what a good coordinator does. He's been on good teams. He's a Super Bowl coach. He'll blend in good with our. I think so.
Well, I think personally, bro. I'm thinking that like, if there's gonna be a big shift in the fucking It's going to be an unexpected one. No matter what, I don't think the Raider fan base is going to be exactly thrilled with everything that's coming forward. But I just have a feeling. I just have a feeling.
What?
I'm not. And look, I'm not questioning nobody's fandom or anything like that. But no matter what, whoever we pick, I think it's going to be a point where everyone's going to kind of like, they're not going to be happy with it. And if they're not happy with it really completely, and like there's not going to be a lot of people that are going to be like all in with whatever happens. Now, some things happen and then it changes, right? No matter who it is, and once it changes, and if it changes the organization, bro, I don't care what it looks like. If we're winning games, I don't care what it looks like. I just want to be able to say, hey, man, we have a good team because the NFL is good with the Raiders in it. You know what I mean?
Hey, Andy Reid could go get a 3-peat this year, and if we were to hire him, we'll still get some Raider fans that wouldn't like it.
Oh yeah,
like I'm telling you, you're never gonna get the. I love the Raiders and I love the Raider fans. I love not everybody, but what I'm saying is you're never gonna get everybody on the same page with the Raiders, dog. Nah. That's just impossible.
Yeah.
Like it's just trying to make
people got pissed off, but we would have got Ben Johnson. People would have got pissed off because we got Ben Johnson.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You're never gonna get anybody. The only thing that's gonna get everybody happy. The only thing that's gonna get everybody happy, and I'm still at the 99% thing because winning still might get some people mad because they're so used to losing. Because you hear that shit with some people, especially some content creators. But what I'm saying is the only thing that's actually gonna get people happy is no matter who they hire, the only thing that's gonna get people happy is winning, dog. Get us to the playoffs, get us a winning season, get us this, that. Because that's the only thing that's gonna get Raider fans on the same page.
Winning right off the bat, bro. If we win early, then the Red Nation is gonna go ape shit. No matter who the coach is.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but I'm gonna be skeptical. I'm gonna be
hold back until the decision's made, and then I'm cool with all these guys that they're mentioning. There's a couple that I wouldn't want. I don't want Spagnuolo, bro. I don't want Ron Rivera, bro. I don't want. They've been fired. Ron Rivera's been fired too many times for me. Pete Carroll.
Yeah.
That's the only old school dude that I would take. I wouldn't take Gruden. I wouldn't take Gruden over Pete Carroll.
What if Pete Carroll comes back and brings Gruden?
See, you gotta realize this, dude. That how do we just say, oh, we're gonna get Pete Carroll and Salah as defensive coordinator? Salah was a head coach, bro. He's a head coach already. He ain't gonna drop down in size and go be a defensive unless he has to. But
that might be his only avenue though, because there's only a certain amount of head coaching jobs available left.
I know that, I know that, but he's gonna do his best. He's gonna bullshit his way into some team and said I could change it. I could do what I gotta do. That's what I've been told that.
The only name I've heard him connected to it as a head coach is with the Raiders, and I think now with the name. Pete Carroll, if Pete Carroll gets signed and Salah doesn't get the Raider job, I don't think he gets a head coaching job because the only other talk is that the 49ers are ready to make him the highest paid defensive coordinator if he comes back as a defensive coordinator with them.
Yeah.
So I think that's why there is real conversation about him coming with Pete Carroll if Pete Carroll gets the job. You know what I mean? Because Pete Carroll also is an older guy. Does Robert Salah is Robert Salah his successor? You know what I mean? When Pete Carroll really decides to fucking call it a day. You know what I mean? So if it works out all perfect, that could be the situation. So I don't know, man. I just think that but it's I do like what I think who was it? Jonathan, I think, and somebody else put that up earlier. I do like if I know Gravy said Monken doesn't look like he could be that head coaching job thing, but if you are gonna get a Monken, if that is the guy that does then I would really be on the train of going to go draft a Milroe.
I think we need to draft Milroe regardless. I think just depending on what we're going for, if we're going to be really building, I think we need to get him at least second round and bring somebody in. No matter what, I think we need to bring somebody in.
Because he has that same like.
Monken for some reason comes to us. We got to get somebody that's just like he's best when he has a guy like Lamar, and the only one that's being a free agency out there is Justin Fields. So
I know somebody put that Justin Fields or go draft a Milroe. You know what I mean? Like somebody like that where you can develop them. You know what I mean? So
you
like
can do both. I mean, you could do both.
Yeah, because Lamar Jackson, remember that was one of his things. Like he didn't have the accuracy. He had a good arm, but like not the greatest arm. And but Milroe does have a big arm. The thing is with him is just getting his accuracy there, and you kind of call it what it is. And maybe Lamar didn't pull through against the Bills. That was a hell of a game. You know what I mean? And shout out to to Mark Andrews. Hopefully he's not on suicide watch. But you know what I mean? Like Lamar, you know what I mean? Lamar fucking has showed real development in his passing game, bro. Since you know what I mean, since he came into the league, and I think Monken has, like I said earlier, like not everything, but I think he has something to do with that. Which that's why you could get excited for like a Milroe type.
All right,
he comes up with like a Monken.
All right, but it's already 2 hours, bro. I gotta go to fucking work early, but I'm gonna give you guys this real quick. Monken has had 36 seasons, 10 at the pro level, 10 at the pro level. So you know what I'm saying? So it's like it's crazy, brother. Like
not enough for you?
That's a lot. It's a lot.
I mean, but you could also look at it as in it's a lot, and he's never gotten a head coaching job.
Yeah, so 10 overall.
Yeah, he's not a good dude. He's not. I'm telling you guys, he's not a good dude.
Yeah.
He's an asshole.
You're right. I'm just
Josh McDaniels, Josh McDaniels and Monken are the same way. So if you want that shit, and go ahead and do it.
All I'm saying is if that's the decision, and then I would like, then it would be like I think like exciting if we go draft like a Milroe, because at least you can have some type of excitement because what he did with Lamar, you know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. Of course, he's not my first, second, or maybe even third candidate out there right now to get the job, but you know what I mean? Like if he were to be the guy, if he were to be the dark horse that gets the job, then you know when draft comes along, you kind of are hoping maybe you get that type of guy. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. Monken is to me like I just reading that right now, bro. Like I think I can't do Monken, bro. I just
look at his personality, bro. Look at what people say about the dude.
Yeah, I don't know. This is the first time I'm looking at him, but we'll look at it a little bit more on Thursday, bro. Like
he's very. It's his way or that's it. It's his way or that's it.
Yeah. Well, if you look at so check this out. This is one of the things that I'm seeing that I kind of don't like. Since 1989, 1 year. Through 6 years at one place, 1 year, 2 years, 1 year, 3 years.
Oh yeah, well this
1 year. You know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? 2 years.
That's almost every.
It's like he's switching every 2 years. You know what I mean?
That's almost every offensive coordinator's resume, bro. Because head coaches get fired every 2 years, every 3 years.
Oh, he does have some head coaches with experience, but not in the NFL.
Yeah. Head coach with Southern Mississippi, and offensive coordinator and 12 for 2 years. Yeah, so
shout out to D.
I mean, he went through his ranks, bro. That's just crazy.
Putting the links to the chat.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah. Go follow all those channels. For sure.
Hell yeah. Appreciate you guys, man. But yeah, we're about to get out of here, man. Got to go to work. We will be going live Thursday, so just stick around for that, man. Appreciate you guys. Like I always tell you guys around these parts, be thankful for what you do got, what you don't. Don't drink and drive. What's up, Greg?
I gotta go.
Good life, man. Good life. It was a good life, man. Shit.
Oh, yeah, it was.
2 hours went by quick. We fucking talked through the whole fucking thing and nothing like, you know, it was, I mean, off season's gonna be an interesting one, man. We're gonna have plenty to talk about, that's for sure.
Yeah, so we'll be live Thursday night, man. We appreciate you guys. And you guys be safe out there, man. Have a good week, man. And yeah, we'll holler at you guys, all right? On 3. We always end the show. Ready?
Hello.
Raiders. Fucking He said holla. Who said holla?